Decommissioning means to remove, deactivate or retire something from active service, such as an oil rig, a ship or a subsea well. Decommissioning is the final stage of the hydrocarbon energy sector life cycle, where wells which once produced oil are returned to their natural state and permanently sealed. WellSafe Solutions is a specialist decommissioning firm based in Aberdeen. Founded in 2017, the company is the first of its kind to own its own rigs, specifically used for decommissioning operations. Once used to drill for oil, these rigs are now playing their part in helping to speed up the energy transition by helping to plug subsea wells. They are backed by a growing team of staff both on and offshore. With over 1,700 wells requiring to be decommissioned in the North Sea over the next decade, there's never been a better time to join the industry. Learn more about the opportunities awaiting you with our colleagues in this video.
Take us around the world. So what we know at the moment with the 1,782 wells,
So I guess for myself, when I graduated from uni, I obviously didn't really know what sector I wanted to go into. Doing HR at uni, I could kind of go anywhere. And I didn't really understand decommissioning at the time. You know, I had to kind of ask my dad more about it because even like the terminology stuff was quite confusing. But once I looked into it a bit more and seen it was quite, you know, an emerging sector with longevity and things, and that obviously kind of meant that it was going to be long term and there would be lots of opportunity for career progression and things. That's really what kind of attracted me to it.
Someone I went to university with, they worked in the oil industry, so from what they described, it looked like something I wanted to be a part of. So I ended up moving up to Aberdeen and worked in drilling for a number of years, which again was good, but what I'd seen, and there's a new sector that was kind of coming on, and there was a lot more talk about decommissioning as I worked more and more. With the current number of wells being drilled is quite low, it seemed a good time to move into well abandonment, which looked like a much larger sector and something that was really growing. So yeah, about 4 years ago I was looking to move into the decommissioning sector, and yeah, I made that jump. A lot of the infrastructure and the actual wells that we look at are really old, so some of them even from the 60s and 70s. So what you expect and what the records and all the information you've got on the well says one thing, but often when you actually go to abandon it says something quite different. But what I always find is, and what I like about the job as well, is there's a bit of a sense of satisfaction. So once you've abandoned a well, that you know there's no chance that oil or gas can get back to surface.
To be honest, I didn't know a lot about decommissioning before I came to my interview, and after hearing about the sector and the longevity of it and all the opportunities that were coming, there's thousands of wells to be decommissioned in the world, not only the UK. It was kind of sold straight away, and yeah, since working here, I've been here 9 months, you can tell how fast growing WellSafe are as a company, due to all the the new faces you see around the company all the time. It's quite hard to keep up actually. Every week you come in, there's somebody new, but it is really satisfying. Like Ben says, working in this company for quite a few reasons as well. Environmentally, you see once you come out of the well, you've returned it to its natural order, so that's quite satisfying. As well, you're seeing the guys working in the team trying to do everything they can to reduce the carbon footprint. So when I got to the end of school in 6th year, I was obviously looking at what I wanted to do when I left, and I came across the graduate apprenticeship scheme, and comparing that to university, it just seemed like a bit of a no-brainer to me. You're going to get 4 years of working experience whilst earning your degree, getting paid, and you're not racking up any debts either. So I started looking for graduate apprenticeships and came across WellSafe, and like I said, after the interview I was really impressed and quite excited actually, the prospect of having a job in this sector.
What I've really enjoyed since I've been working at WellSafe, so yeah, the benefits and salaries are really good. When you look above industry baseline, so that's exactly what you're looking for. There's also been really good career development for me here. So I actually joined as an abandonment engineer, moved into a senior role, and I'm currently a project manager, so I managed to move on quite quickly within the company, and I've been supported by the team around me to do that. I think the other thing that I've really enjoyed about working in WellSafe is it's a really open environment. So with well management and decommissioning, there's challenges and new challenges every day, and it's working within a team of people with different backgrounds that have all sort of come together, and then they bring their backgrounds and their knowledge to solve problems, and that's done in a really supportive team environment.
Now that I work here, I guess the good things about working here are the culture. You know, it's very open door policy, everyone's friendly, everyone's welcoming, and everyone just gets to know everyone really quickly. I think, as William's touched on, you know, people are joining every week. There's a new face every week in the office, and similarly offshore there's someone joining every other trip. So it's just nice because everyone's so welcoming to each other, because we're all kind of in the same boat as we continue to grow. As well, there's a lot of career opportunities here, and I think that's something that WellSafe really kind of are proud of. You know, we do focus a lot on career progression and developing our own people where we can and where we've got the opportunity to do so. So we've recently started career mapping, which kind of allows employees to express their career progression plans, and also, you know, if they'd consider working globally in the future, which I think is just really good that an organisation is taking that into consideration. It's always something going on, it's always busy, which is quite exciting, and there's lots of different kind of committees and areas to get involved in. So I'm also part of the DE&I working group, which is Diversity, Equity and Inclusion working group. So, you know, we've set deliverables for the next 2 years of how we're going to improve the diversity and inclusion of the organisation, and a part of that is obviously, you know, growing the younger workforce, which, William, you know, you came on as a graduate apprenticeship. We also do modern apprenticeship, and we're also hoping to do in the future foundation apprenticeships. We have lots of graduates in many departments throughout the organisation. So we've previously had in HSE, we've currently got in well engineering, and as I've mentioned, we've got graduate apprenticeships and modern apprenticeships in the likes of finance and also the contracts department. So it just kind of shows in every area of the organisation, you know, we are developing our young workforce.